Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Today we're digging into the suspicious death of Trey Reed in Mississippi. Witnesses say Trey got into a fight with several white boys after stepping in to protect a black girl. And the next day, he was found dead under suspicious circumstances many believe do not add up. Police quickly ruled it a homicide. Quickly ruled it a suicide. But serious questions remain. The new Black Panther Party, led by National Chair Crystal Muhammad, has been investigating on the ground and says the evidence points in a very different direction. I brought Crystal Muhammad on the show to share what her team has uncovered, how the authorities have responded, and what this case means for the community going forward. Crystal, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Willie. Black Power. Thank you for having me here.
Black at you. Yeah. What evidence do you have that challenges the police ruling of suicide and Trey's death?
Well, there's a lot of evidence, and in particular, let me go ahead and just lay it on the line what we are dealing with here in this Trey Reed case. Delta State University and the city of Cleveland, in particular, they just integrated their schools, their public schools. Their city is very much segregated. There's a black side and a white side. They were forced in 2017, you hear me, to integrate their schools. And the white parents were up in arms about it. The ones that could afford took their children out and put them in the private school, and the other parents started boycotting. This is in 2017. Now, why is this relevant? The high school is parallel across the street from the Delta State University. You know how Texas Southern University is set up?
Mm-hmm.
Across the street is the CUNY Homes.
Yeah.
And Jack Yates High School.
Yeah.
That's exactly how this environment is set up at Delta State University.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, the first thing we encountered when we got on campus, the campus is segregated. They have a black side and a white side. The white side is where they found Trey's body leaning up against the tree. His body, which separates their pickleball court, separates the white side from the black side. There's like a pickleball court, a tennis. They say in pickleball, a tennis court, and then there's like a cafeteria. I guess there's neutral ground where everybody eats, and on the other side was the basketball court. It's the black side. It's like one little corner of the school, and everybody understands this. This is the protocol. This is the culture. This is the way it's been. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, as it relates to this poor young man who was, as we know, lynched, I'm gonna lay some facts out. This is not hearsay. Now, the police department now, the sheriff department, they went to this young man's grandparents' house, because that's the address that was listed on his registry, at 9:15 a.m., the morning that he was found. And they told his grandparents that he committed suicide, and they found him in his dorm room. That's the sheriff department, the police department. Now, how does it go from the dorm room to him being hung from this tree? Unfortunately, they messed up big time. And this is at 9:15 a.m. But remember the news articles, they're saying that the white ladies ran and was running and saw him hanging from the tree. Okay, at 7 a.m. That's not true. Come to find out, it was cafeteria workers and other students, that saw this man, this young baby, on the tree at about 5 a.m. People were around taking pictures, all kind of stuff. Students know, other people know what happened, but they've been intimidated. People that are very close to what's going, have been threatened. It's a very racially charged situation that's causing this cover up. That there are those people who go to try to act like, oh, it's not like this or it's not like that. You watch them; they lying through their teeth. And I don't care if they're a politician or somebody in a suit. We have to watch those that are involved in this cover up of the lynching of this young man.
Why do you think that the police were so quick to call this a suicide rather than treating it as a suspicious uh, murder death from the start, especially when you consider the fact that he got into a fight with three boys, not three, but I don't know what that number was, but he got into a fight with some boys the day before he was killed.
And that's why getting on the ground and fact finding means a lot, because the first interview when we came down here, we were trying to get all of the facts, and the facts are still coming, trust me, on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But the initial thing that was told to us was that it was a physical altercation. Now, there was not only a social media argument going on, there's a trail of it that's being covered up. There are multiple suspects in this case.
As usual.
And multiple suspects in this situation is students that are eyewitnesses. There are workers on campus that are witnesses. But the police and the Mississippi Bureau of Cover-Up, that's their job, not the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. Their job is to cover up these lynchings. And I'm gonna tell you what it gets down to, because we've been telling you guys case after case after case where people know what happened, but they say nothing ever happens. If I say something, nobody's gonna do nothing about it, because those entities that should do something about it, covering it up. The police are covering it up. The politicians are covering it up. They want to act like there's nothing to see here, people. Move around. Don't talk about that. America's changed. They have a political agenda. And they go around bullying people. And when people want to speak up, they're scared to death because the police and the so-called powers that be are trying to tell them, turn the other cheek. Y'all don't talk to those people. Be quiet. And they want to say something, but they're afraid because they're being intimidated by the same raggedy Goma Powell police department that was so dumb to go tell 2 or 3 different lies.
Let's stop right there and talk about these lies. The lies, they have so many varying levels that it's really comical that it's like they don't even try to be consistent with the lies. They just like, hey, well, I'm gonna tell this lie, you tell that lie, you tell this lie, I'm gonna tell this lie. It don't even matter because we know nothing is going to be done about it. How do the people that live in Mississippi, and in particular the people that live in Grenada, what is murder happened? I do believe murder happened.
Well, the murder happened in Cleveland, Mississippi.
Oh,
Trey was from
Grenada. Trey is from Grenada. My bad. So it happened in Cleveland, Mississippi. So how do people in Cleveland, Mississippi, in Grenada, Mississippi, all of Mississippi, and these other small little ass country ass backwood ass towns, even in Texas and in Alabama and Georgia, how do people in these little small towns, uh, uh, specifically Black people, how do they avoid getting themselves in these type of situations, and how do, when something like this happens, how do we really uh how do we get justice? Like, because it seems like justice is fleeting, and so often in these cases, and every single time something like this happens, you're right. It's like, in order for these cases to be covered up, it takes the people who are supposed to be, uh, in charge of justice and in charge of investigating, in charge of doing the medical examination to cover it up.
Well, we have to do just like we did. You get out there and you get on the ground and fact find yourself. When we went out there to investigate, we didn't come out and march out in uniform and you know what I'm saying, make our presence known and go on live on the ground. We did a few days, which if somebody was seriously trying to do, and talk to the people. And when you talk to the people, you'll find our people got plenty of sense. I'm telling you, I was so proud of them people. Half the people, let me put it like this. It's like this is really a split.
That's what I was going to ask.
Half the people say, oh, no, they say it was suicide. I don't want to talk to y'all. I walk off. I don't want no trouble. There's nothing to see here. But that other half, they say, yeah, that's the way it is here. And, they say we like it. They say they stick to their side and we stick to our side. But they want, we have to come together, those who, the half of us who are not afraid, from the new Black Panther Party to the little old lady, to the young students, to the workers, the people in Grenada, in Texas, in Memphis, and in Louisiana, and Georgia. We come together and we stick to a cause. We stick to an issue in unity and say, no, we're not going to let off the gas. That's what it's going to take. Remember, like what happened in Gina? When people came, Gina, Louisiana, they had them little boys about to go do 22 years in jail for having a fight for same thing in a town in 2008 that was segregated. They got into a fight for standing under the whites only tree, remember? And the white boys hung a noose. Mm-hmm. And when them boys started fighting, the DA, the district attorney, said that because the young brother had kicked the white boy, that was attempted murder, and his tissue was the weapon. Remember, y'all remember that. Let's not forget that. Now, when Black people across America descended upon that redneck, racist DA at that courthouse, and everywhere they looked, it was Black people, every corner. Thousands of Black people. They sent in old, I'm talking about, old perm head to try to calm people down and try to get people to leave. I'm an eyewitness. I still today have the paperwork where this wannabe so-called leader tried to get the people to leave Gina the day of the demonstration and go to Alexandria. And we said, no, we're going to stand. We're going to stand. You're going to let this boy out of jail. Michael Bell was his name. We said, we're not leaving until you let this boy out of jail. They called everybody to get us off that stage. They sent them all up there. We said we were going to stand, and the people said they were going to stand because we tired of this. So of course, we didn't want the people to get hurt. We dispersed before the sun went down. And we said, we're going to be back. We're not leaving your town, your city. We'll be right back. The next day, what did they do? They sure did get a Reverend such and such with the perm to come out the jailhouse with their boy. Yeah. And now to today, those young babies are free and graduated college and everything since then. It takes people standing up for our people. Why did the pig get indicted finally that killed George Floyd? He was going to get away with it. But the people of America stood up and said, no, this is not happening. It takes the power of the people. That's the only solution. Whenever we want something, We have to stand up because the DA is in, most of the time, the DA is in cahoots with the police because they count on the police for their testimony. They have way more resources than we have. We don't have no resources. We patched up. You got gas money. You got gas money. You got gas money.
Let's stop right there.
You got the rental car, and we got on the ground, and we went into Mississippi, where everybody afraid of.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Because I really want to stress this. Because look, the new Black Panther Party relies on community donations for its movement. In order for the new Black Panther Party to get out there and do what you guys do, to go out on the ground and fight for justice, to put your life on the line, people don't understand. When y'all riding down these damn streets, they see you coming already. And then when y'all get there, you're behind enemy lines. They are the law. They got the police, they got the guns, they got the badges, they got the judges. The deck is totally stacked against you. And you're going in here saying, I don't give a damn. We want justice anyway. People don't understand that shit take money. And excuse me for my language, but I get passionate about this because some people think activist means that you just go out and just do everything free and you ain't got bills back at home. You know, you ain't got a family to feed. You don't have to rent these automobiles to drive out there or put mileage on your own car and pay for gas and food and lodging, all this stuff. They think this shit is free and it's not. Justice, freedom is not free.
Freedom is not free.
So if you're serious about justice, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. So I want y'all out there who is really about that action to make a donation to the new Black Panther Party. They doing the work, man. Make a donation. I don't give a damn. Look, right now, we got 1,600 people watching this live right now. It's 1,600 people watching this live. If everybody gave $1, that's $1,600 just like that.
That's right. We can make miracles with if we do what we do for no money, and we do, because I got to say this, and I got to thank you because the reason I'm gonna tell you, Willie, they got so many 501c3s and organizations, and 99.9% of them are getting funded by the state. Yeah, or some foundation or some, and part of them getting funded, they have to agree that they're not going to organize politically. It's called hush money.
Yeah.
Mr. Lyndon B. Johnson came up with this 501c3 concept to squash the civil rights movement because they were organizing in the churches and so to stop the organizing, they started flooding money with the caveat, don't y'all say nothing. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better not say nothing. Y'all better not go too far. I'm going to pull your funding. Well, we can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the police. We got God. We got God on our side. What you going to do? What are they going to do? They lynching us. They killing us. They throwing us in jail. They throwing crack in our community. They putting fentanyl in our community. What else y'all going to do? We're not afraid. They fail to realize is they got a group of black people that's been born for this and is not afraid of them. You can bring out all your king's horses and all your king's men, but you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah.
Because it's already out there. We've seen lynching after lynching, cover up after cover up. We know the playbook. We can pretty much tell you what they're going to do next. Oh, they're going to send in such and such next. They did everything they could. I was giving false information trying to discourage us from coming. I said, no, that's bullshit. I'm not believing that. Oh, yeah, he did. People try to tell me that, you know, that you would think on their side, that's supposed to be on their side, that's really a double cross. We have to watch the double cross. But back to the resources. Yes, we do need resources. It definitely costs. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be able to, we need people because people get wore out. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that come and help us. Because they say, man, since Chris keep going, now I got to go to work. I got to go to plantation. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to survive. But and we're volunteer freedom fighters. So nobody can pay us off. We're not on their payroll. And we rotate. We bring people in and we train people. I'm sorry.
Can you explain how these funds are used and why ongoing support is so critical in cases like Trey Reed's?
We totally 100%, 1 million% use the funds to get out on the ground and help our people. When there's not, in particularly, if there's not a demonstration going on, if y'all go to our website, y'all see we do humanitarian work. We go out and feed the people. We do search and rescues when there's disasters. We take the resources straight to the people. We're constantly training and bringing people in.
So you got
it's a few people with the heart, but in particular right now, see with this case, this young man's funeral is Saturday, and the wake is Friday, and we got to go right back down there. In a few days. And then there's gonna be a demonstration called after that.
Yeah,
we have to go back down there. We need people to come in. Memphis is only a couple hours away. Atlanta is only a few hours away. Houston is only a few hours away. Dallas is only a few hours away. When we hit the ground, we need the people to support the call to action and get the word out like you're doing. You got the courage. You could be talking about, what they're talking about on social media.
Right.
Half the time I don't want to even mention it. But you have the courage to bring me on here. It's some podcasters that's scared to talk to me particular. They done made some bootleg versions of the new Black Panther Party. And they'll try to push them out because they know they're going to have them. They're going to come out there and feed you a hot dog and give you some beans and do the most docilest thing. And they know the difference. The enemy knows the difference. But we're not trying to create no race war. What people are saying, that's ridiculous. Because how are we gonna create something that's already taking place? There's been a race war going on. We just been losing like a mug. We've been losing.
So when we talk about these donations, we're talking about travel. We're talking about training. We're talking about legal support, outreach, security. All of this stuff costs money.
That's right.
All of this stuff costs money, and freedom ain't free, especially for us. If this was an organization like she was saying, just a regular
501c3
organization where they just ignored the atrocities that happen on a daily basis. They ignore how these people circumvent justice, how they destroy lives on a daily basis, intimidate people, steal their land, steal their property, rape, murder, pillage. All of this stuff is happening, especially in these small towns. And you know why they happen so much in these small towns? Because there's little to no oversight. This is why a lot of them move to these small towns, so that they can have America like it used to be, where they can continue to subjugate people, oppress people, and do whatever the hell they want to do to them. And so all you people out there that are in these small towns, I salute you for being brave enough to live amongst these uncivilized mutts. I salute you for that alone, but you got to be diligent and do not be afraid of these bastards. When they do something dirty, you reach out and you reach out. If the first person you reach out don't respond, just keep reaching out. If you got a legitimate claim, somebody gonna pick it up and run with it.
That's right. And you know what, Willie? The small town America, big cities America, no matter where you at, we find that our people are the most intelligent. People try to stereotype our communities. Our people, if you think about it in the South, the purpose of the Klan was to drive us off the land. Let's never forget that. The purpose of the Klan was to drive us off of the land. See, the land that you stand on, think about it. Why did people leave land that they own, could grow their own food? They wouldn't even have to work. and go into the cities and go work for somebody and pay rent. They was forced off the land, terrorized off the land. See, that's what this lynching is about. These lynchings are about. To keep terror. They want us to leave off the land. Remember I came on your show last week and I said, that's some beautiful land in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
It's some beautiful land in Texas. It's some beautiful land in Louisiana. We don't want to live up in no mountains with no snow in North Dakota and all them places. They want to run us off the land. The Delta sits so strategically. You go this way, you in Memphis. You go that way, you in New Orleans. You go that way, you in Dallas. It sits along the Mississippi River, the corridor that goes all up and down America. Ain't nothing. You look at that Mississippi River, you see barges. That's money.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the money. See, it's a mind game. They want us to think that these people are so powerful, but they're not. The black people of Mississippi are the majority. In the South, we are the majority. But they have these boot-licking, handkerchief-head Negroes that they trot out in front of us that act like they are leaders, but they're misleading the people.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones that say, I got them, boss. Them sick 'em boss types.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to lure them back to sleep. I'm going to tell them there's nothing to see here. Go back and turn the other cheek. But people have common sense. Common sense. Go to the grocery stores. People they say the same thing. You go to the service stations. The people got sense. That's why we rely on the people.
Mm-hmm.
We rely on the people.
Can you walk us through what you know about Trey's last day?
So,
in the moments before he was found?
Right. So this young man had just met with, his friends, and the people that know him had just last saw him at about 12:47.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time that somebody can recall. And they went looking for him because it was strange that he hadn't made it back to his dorm at about an hour.
Just to be clear, 12:47 a.m., right?
A.m., yeah, after midnight.
Okay.
So they thought it was strange. He should have been going from one location. He should have been back at his dorm. So they started looking for him. So they walking all around campus. The campus ain't but this big. And if they didn't see him, then obviously somebody must have snatched him up. And they came back and hung him now as an example, as a message. Now, remember I told you about the young brother, the young man, Otis Bird. They hung him in Mississippi in 2015. The white folks hung him in the backyard of the family where in Port Gibson, Mississippi, Otis Bird was found hung 15 feet in the air with a bag on his head and his arms tied behind his back. So if it was a bag behind his head and his arms tied behind his back, they had already killed him. What was the purpose of hanging him up in that tree? It was in their backyard. In the backyard. That's how arrogant they are. In their backyard.
In their own backyard, they hung him.
In their own backyard.
Yeah.
And remember with Willie Jones Jr., which they just settled on in 2018 in Forest, Mississippi, they took this man in his house. This young man went and had the young lady go pick him up from his mama's house. This is how bold they are. The baby mama, the white girl, go pick him up. The mama knows exactly where he at. Take him inside, the whole family in there. They beat this boy to death. Then hung him up in front of the news in their front yard. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation knew. The FBI knew. The Department of Justice knew. Why they let it get away with it? And they said suicide. Now they got so bold that they can hung somebody up in the backyard, the front yard. Now they're going to go and just hang this baby in the middle of a schoolyard. In the middle of the section that separates the white side from the black side. In 2025. Because it's like, you know how in Revelations it start off, in the Bible it start off as a snake, but by the time you get to the end, in Revelation it's a dragon, because this has just been eating and devouring, and things got away with it. This is what's taking place. But they think people are scared. Yeah, y'all got some people scared, but that's trauma, not believing nobody gonna do nothing. all kind of anguish. It's very traumatizing. I would think it would be traumatizing to see a body, a young lifeless body, and to be having people come around and intimidate you and tell the students to take the pictures down, to tell the students, we know y'all saw what y'all saw, but he did that to himself. I saw the trees. It's 5 trees along that pickleball court. We saw it. It's not one. You might as well call them brushes. They're not full-grown trees. It's nowhere nobody, unless you are 2 foot tall, could you hang yourself.
Yeah, this is what trees look like.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's 4.
That's exactly it. Tell me somebody exactly, and you even look at how they're built. That's what you call a female tree, because it's got the lower, you see, it's got the little lower trunk, and it starts V'ing up. There's nothing. It's impossible. And remember, after one, his friends was walking around looking for him. They would have saw him. This beautiful young man. They want to act like he was so upset about a girl. He did something to himself. This boy is so handsome. His different family people and everybody know him. They said he had a lot of ladies that liked him. This boy was not pressed to do nothing to himself. They said he had such a great, beautiful spirit.
Can you talk about the conversation that was allegedly had between him and some text? Somebody was.
It's on Facebook. It was a text exchange going on with Trey and several people about the Charlie Kirk thing. And you know what I'm saying? There's a digital trail. That's what I'm saying.
Explain that.
So there was a debate going on about the Charlie Kirk situation with different students on. You know, they got the little Facebook groups. So and that ties into some of the people that we know are suspects. Caucasian white boys that are suspects. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, we're not stupid. We're not going to sit here on your show and give intel specifically where they could try to sue you, your show. You know what I'm saying? This is a legal, definite investigation on the civil, criminal, and I say international conspiracy, the levels of cover-up that's ensuing. This Cleveland Police Department needs to be investigated and indicted. If you're covering up a murder, that makes you culpable. Co-conspirators. This sheriff department, this Mississippi Bureau of Cover-Up, not the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. We renaming it.
Let me ask you this.
Mississippi Bureau of Cover-Up, you're a part of the conspiracy to cover up a murder. If we can put our 2 cents together and go down and find out all this information that the people know, that y'all running a different narrative. They have an extended budget, but they using their monies to cover up a murder of a 21-year-old man who paid his money to go to his school, who just turned in his term paper, that door, who wanted to make some of himself, who loved his family, who come from a big family. That young man wasn't doing anything wrong. He was doing what we tell all of our children to do. You go to school, you go to college, you go make some of yourself. That's exactly what he was doing. And he's supposed to be in a safe environment. He's not at the comfort of his family's home if he's staying on the dome. You think that school is responsible for his safety. But instead of them doing that, they are trying to cover it up.
Has an autopsy been performed yet?
An autopsy was performed by the state, the same state, the medical examiner in that same little hick racist town. And they cover it up. They try to cover it up and say they're going along with the script of saying suicide.
Were there any signs of struggle or some inconsistencies in the story as far as?
Well, guess what? The family had the fortune, and y'all should have saw it on the news. I don't know if we knew about the time I did your show the last time, but Colin Kaepernick donated to help get an independent autopsy. Mm-hmm. So we will be getting, and that's what I want to do, Willie. Whenever I say something, I want to be able to give you actual facts. I'm not going to say what was said or heard. When this independent autopsy comes out, the what they say, the skirt is going to be lifted. You know what I'm saying? The veil will be revealed. You know, now, how can a person, and go back and show that picture, please, of that tree. Okay. You see how open? Look at the behind that tennis court, the dorms. It's cameras all around there. Mm-hmm. It's cameras on the other side, and people can see. It's not like it's low brushes. You can see. You can stand on anywhere and see, like on any corner around the campus and look. They don't have, and look and see what's going on. It's a small campus, similar to like HCC Central. It's not a huge campus, yet it's still segregated. It's cameras everywhere, on every angle, that caught what really happened. If they said they had video, but they haven't showed the video. If they really had an intention to stop the misinformation, they would show the camera footage, and they would show what actually happened, but they can't, because to do so, they would have to lock up those white boys that's involved with this. Why is this? How could the students? The campus is not so big. They walked around this area. Trey was not there after 1 o'clock. Next thing you know, he's there hanging for people to come and see. And not, leaning up against the tree, I should say, with a belt around his neck. Come on. It's so much.
I got some video that I want to show. Let's see if we can get this is video.
Check it out.
This is your video.
Trees? Yeah, check it out. This is we found on the ground. Some people put memorial right there. This camera. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. See that building right there? It's a camera facing directly on everything. That building right there. That camera saw it all.
Is that big? Is that the one with the long pole right there at the top? Where the camera?
No, it's actually even that camera is okay. You see where that bench is, and go up to the where that bench is. It's like a little white dot. It's right up. It's a camera right there on the wall part of the building right there. You see it? The camera facing. It saw it all.
Uh-huh.
Who did it? It's literally damn near facing the tree. Go back a little bit on the video.
Oh yeah, they got it.
It saw it all. It's another camera behind it. Go play, push play. They covered it up. It's a cover up. Mississippi, goddamn. Ain't that what the sound that Nina Simone wrote?
And it's a camera work.
Cameras everywhere. It's the campus. You gotta have cameras. It's 2025.
Show us what this is your video. This is you on the ground, you and your team on the ground,
right?
Conducting your own independent investigation.
Yes, sir.
Something that Cleveland police could have easily done. Something that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations could have easily done themselves, but it took you to drive, you and your team to drive from Houston to converge on Cleveland, Mississippi to get this information.
Yeah, we had comrades, I'm not gonna lie. We had comrades from Houston, Fort Worth, Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Georgia. These people, y'all don't know who's who. Or y'all trying to be slick. Y'all don't know what people coming from everywhere, and everything you're trying to cover up is gonna be revealed. Yes,
which
sir.
one of these trees was his body found on, and what was the position of his body? Which one of these trees?
Stop.
Is that the tree?
Yeah.
That's
that
what
tree,
his body
yeah.
was found.
Come on now.
And how was
man?
and
Tell
what
me
was his position?
that tree. Leaning, actually, it was leaning on the side of the tree.
His body was leaning on the side of the tree, but they say he hung himself. Did they?
Right.
They indicate how he was. How did he go from hanging in the tree to being leaning up against the tree? Did somebody take him down? And who is that person that took him down?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was symbolic. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even hang from the tree. It was symbolic. The belt around his neck, leaning up on the tree. That's why the rumors, people kept saying that his leg was broke.
So
they propped him up on there. They propped him up on there.
So they're trying to say that he hung himself with a dang belt on a tree on this little flimsy.
A belt with no buckle.
A belt with no man.
A belt with no buckle. These people are dumb. Yeah, they so evil. They so evil and arrogant. See, they never thought this would go this far. They never thought it would get out the bag. Remember, all them other cases been swept up under the rug. See the difference in 2018 when we did the Willie Jones case. You had just the social media was just starting to really get a hold, because you was just kicking off your podcast. Remember, because you did live. We was in Forest, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before that, with those other cases, we didn't have social media to get it out, and the media that is doing it was sweeping it up under the rug.
You're part of the conspiracy.
The media. Who owns these medias? Do you think they want to get the real? There's so many cases that come out. Do you think that they really want to get the real word out about what happened? To my understanding right now, I believe I was told by one of the young organizers that I think he's supposed to be doing an interview with CNN. Independent media and podcasts have been the equalizer to a certain extent, because there's still a lot more to be done. But now you can get information out like never before. Mm-hmm. We didn't have this technology. I can go in video now, send it to you. You can go ahead. We can see. The people can see. Use your brains, black people. Even if it was a road, look at the width, the depth, the thickness of this skimpy tree.
Tree branches.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody hang from a tree that looks like that.
Come on,
you can't. That tree. Yeah. So explain to us what else we're seeing.
Look, stop. Just stop. That building back there. I'm sorry. Go back a little bit. Stop. Now, come on. The student housing. You don't think them students would have saw if they walking around looking for him, and people that you don't think they would have saw this young man with all the lights
and heard the commotion?
Yeah. Come on.
That's definitely in the earshot. That's definitely shot.
Everybody can see. Hear shot. See shot. Nothing's obstructing the view. And where they wouldn't have saw anything or no. Oh, there he go over there.
And then again, that's the camera right there on that building right there on the corner.
There's definitely cameras on that building that we just saw, but you can't see them from this video. There's cameras. There's a cafeteria. Yes, cameras. And don't tell me. I guess they're gonna say. Don't tell me. Don't come with the camera's not working.
And it's a camera
dive. And we've identified at least 5 cameras.
Yeah, why not just release the information immediately? See, anytime anytime they're slow to release the video, that means that somebody is doing some operation. That means some operation is taking place. That means that the video is not going to be in its authentic form when it's released to the public or released to the family.
How can you hang yourself from a belt with no buckle? Why would you? Why would you? See, they so dumb and arrogant, and they didn't think nothing was gonna happen. I guess they wasn't coordinating right. The candidate got out the bag wrong. They're frantic. They didn't expect it to get out. You know, the first lie you told, you should have stuck with the first lie.
Do your team have any witnesses?
Oh, there's witnesses, no doubt. And
Okay.
then we have to protect the names and everything of the witnesses, because these people are so dirty. You know, they intimidated people. Some students that got a lot of information been intimidated to the point where they quit school.
Yeah. How has the
And
police?
some people been coerced, or they tried to coerce some people to go along with the narrative, but they refused to.
How has the police department responded to your push for a deeper investigation?
Well, I haven't heard anything from them. They know one thing about it. Here they go. We free people. What they gonna say? What they gonna do? We was on campus.
If they meant right, but they could reach out to you and say, "Hey, Crystal, I heard you came down here and you found out some facts. You got some facts. Can we share information so we can get this case solved?"
Most of the time, when we encounter the police, you know what they tell us? You really want to know what they tell us? Could you please just leave our city? Could you please just leave our town? You know what we tell them? Cotton picking slave. You don't tell us what to do. It's not your country. You don't own this ground. Our people built this country. Only reason you got what you got, you forced our people. We was already here, number one. That's another story. Number two, you couldn't break us that was here already. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even break the ones you bought. That's why you kept having to. Anyway, the thing about it is, this is our country. We built it. It's racist everywhere. They're not going to run us off of what we built. The wealth that America has is off of our ancestors' free working labor. Everything that they have, they owe us. They answer to us. The police are supposed to, they get paid from us. But they got life and BS all mixed up. And they've been bullying the people so long because they can, do, and will kill. We know this. They keep their word. They're wicked and stick to it. But we have to stand up. See, a coward is what these people are cowards. They didn't catch Trey when he was with his homeboys walking around campus. They waited to that moment to catch him off guard, walking around with them headphones on. They caught him off guard. They caught him slipping. This young man wasn't no timid little person. He was a brave young man. They caught him off guard. They caught him by himself. It had to be more than one. You know what I'm saying? It was more than one. Y'all think y'all got away with it. We're making a list and checking it twice. The service, the funeral, his funeral is going to be this weekend. That family has to be able to put their loved one to rest and to be at peace. And we honor and respect that. But like, what's that song? That Nate Dogg song. First we pray, then we ride. Listen, we need to honor and respect, but the truth need to come out. There's going to be a point when the call is made, where everybody that's watching need to come down to Cleveland, Mississippi, and stand for justice for Trey. Don't allow the cover up.
Yeah.
I suggest the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, best thing they need to do is to go ahead and tell the truth, arrest those boys that did this. If you want the new Black Panther Party to not come, stop having these Negroes calling my phone, telling us to not do this and not do that. We don't answer to you Negroes.
Yeah, you spoke of that possibly being a mole, on the ground, not necessarily on the ground in Mississippi, but just a mole involved in the case. Can you at least explain why you think that there is a mole that has been planted and how that has affected your work?
Well, there's been individuals that we thought was supposed to be helping that's been trying to basically disseminate false information to try to discourage what was going on.
So
Try to discourage us from
Yeah.
going down there. Trying to spin the narrative to go with what the state is trying to pull off. And we got plenty of sense. We let you play yourself. You know what I'm saying? We let you play yourself. We're gonna stick with the facts. You know what I'm saying? And cover the truth about what's really the focal point is this baby Trey Reed, he was lynched, he was murdered. And the symbology of the tree and the lynch, come on, man. Gorgeous young man. His spirit is strong. This man did not deserve this. He did not deserve for this to happen to him. And he does not deserve for people to try to play games and cover it up. He deserves justice.
See, it's all boots on ground right now. It's boots on ground right now, all hands on deck, because what people got to realize is that if it can happen to Trey, it can happen to you. It could happen to your loved one. It could happen. Like, I remember the case of Emmett Till when his mama was up in Chicago and Emmett was down in Mississippi, and Emmett was killed. Before Emmett was killed, his mama said, hey, I was up in Chicago living my life and being progressive, and I thought, that what was going on in the South, that was sad, but that was them people, that ain't had nothing to do with me, until it happened to her son. And she was like, then she understood that, okay, I need to do something about this. I got to do something about these wicked bastards. We cannot let them just get away. And yeah, they suggested that she not show her son's face in the funeral. She not have an open casket. And she said, no, I want to open the casket so the world can see what these uncivilized mutts did to my son. So you have to expose these fools. You got to expose them. And if you ain't got no damn courage, man, get behind somebody who do and finance them. You know what I'm saying? Like, back them up, ride for them. Make sure when they're under attack, you got their back. It's all kinds of ways to join the movement. It's all kinds of ways to be a part of it. You ain't necessarily got to be out there, pumping your fist. You ain't got to hold up the sign. You can make the sign. You can supply the supplies for the signs. You know what I'm saying? You can make donations. You can provide transportation. You can organize. There's all you can boycott. There's all kinds of ways that you can be a part of the movement. You can use your platform like I'm doing right now to get the word out. There's all kinds of things that you can do to be a part of the movement. Some of you out there right now listening think that you don't have enough power to make a difference. Every single person counts. Every voice counts. Every body counts. Every dollar counts. So you have power a lot of times that you don't even understand. Let me tell you something. What I used to do when I first started voting and stuff. I didn't have any money, but I treated my vote like a shotgun bullet. I was like, I would go to that, man, Crystal, I was serious. I would go to the polls and I'd be like, yeah, I got something for that ass. I got something for his ass. Bing! Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that, You know, a lot of people say, oh, that ain't nothing. That's just one vote. But hey, man, you know, it take one vote before you can get two votes.
That's right.
Two votes before you can get to three votes. Three votes before you can get to 1,000. You see? So everybody got some power, man. Everybody can do something. And we don't have a choice, man. We ain't got no choice.
We have to organize a movement, man. From this, that's going to be a demonstration. That's fine, and to demonstrate. But we have to organize a movement. That, you know, town hall mobilization for just what you said. Who's going to do the propaganda? Who's going to get out there and do the footwork? Who's going to do the fundraising? Who's going to do the medical aid? You know what I'm saying? We have to create a continuum. A continuum. Don't just, you know, so we need all walks of life involved. Exactly what you're saying. And we got to keep it going. We don't want, trust me, we don't want to have, no, I'm going to be very clear. We don't want to have any civil unrest where people are doing anything violent or doing any burning down any buildings. That's not what we're talking about here. And we don't condone that, and we don't want that. We want people to converge, to come and stand for justice. And you can, when you were talking about that voting, you know what? It dawned on me. Those registered voters in Cleveland, Mississippi, need to get there and recall that sheriff who was elected, who's part of this conspiracy. Mm. They need to get on and get the paperwork and vote and recall that mayor or whoever, politically, whatever you can do. Those people who want to get in line and learn how to be a freedom fighter on every angle, they can join the new Black Panther Party.
And how do they do that?
They can go to nbpp.org. It's nbpp.org. I know I got a southern accent for y'all who don't understand my accent, but it's N as in new, B as in black, P as in Panther, P as in party.org, nbpp.org. You can go on there and you can click the button to join. You can go in there, you can click the button that says donate, and it's going to take you to our disaster response page, the Black Cross, where we go out and we train people on emergency medical response, on search and rescue when it's a disaster. We go in when it's a disaster. We help. We want to train other people because we have to take care of ourselves. We have every talent we need amongst our Black community. We have people with military background, medical background, teachers, pharmacists, doctors. We have everything we need amongst ourselves. What we lack is an organized, consistent Black Power movement. Well, you don't have to be Black Panther Party if you don't want to. But when the time comes and it's a call for Black people to say, we going right here, this got to change, then boom, the system is in place and we do that. You can stay in the lane you want to be in. If you want to be behind the shadows, donate. I don't like what Willie D said. If it's $1 or $1,000, support those who gonna do it. We've been doing it and gonna do it. They did not want us to link up with the family. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's do something right now. Let's do something right now. I got a challenge for y'all right now. I got a challenge. Sister Chris, I know this. I'd say Sister Chris. I know you from. See that's how you know I know you. I know you from way back. But Sister Chris, I know you from way back. Listen, let's do something. This is all me. But I just feel like I think that we can get this done. Right now, I want to challenge y'all right now. Don't run now. Don't run. Right now, this is a very small ask, and I'm going to do it also. I want everybody listen. We got 2,000 people listening. If everybody gave $1, that would be $2,000 towards fighting for justice for this young man. Keep in mind, it's not just for him. It's to send a message. Just like they sent the message when they killed him, we gonna send a message to get justice for him. And we gotta support the movement with our bread, we gotta do more than just talk about it. We gotta be about it. So what I need everybody to do right now, everybody listening, if everybody gave $1, that would be $2,000. Sister Chris, I want you to pull out your Cash App right now. You ain't got to show us, but I want you to look at it and tell me what you see if it's adding up. I want you to look at it and see it add up.
Okay, thank you. And also, I'm glad you said that, because it's gonna be messy people who gonna say, "Oh, y'all trying to get the money for the on this boy's thing."
I don't give a damn.
We're not, and it's specifically for mobilization, period, for the party. But I'm gonna ask the mom. I'm saying this for a reason, because we was told that the somebody had a fake GoFund and was trying to get money off this young man's name.
Mm.
And we was told that the family actually has is trying to put one together. So I'm going to send a message, because I'm going to put that out too.
Yeah. So
we can support them all. But for now, I appreciate you trying to help us with the freedom fighters.
Let me say this. Do you have the GoFundMe for the family?
That's what I was texting now. And
okay.
I do see.
So when we get that, if we can get it before we end this live, we'll put it up. Sir. If not, I'll put a link in the description. But in the meantime, and in between time, it takes money to go down here and get this information and put this pressure on these people to get justice for this young man.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna donate to the GoFundMe too. Whenever they do that, we're gonna donate to that. But right now, we're talking about freedom fighting right now. We're talking about, and this is big, this is about Trey, but it's also a bigger picture, and that is for everybody. Like y'all, when y'all got Trey today, it's gonna be somebody else tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all need donations in order for y'all to do what y'all do, in order to travel, in order to eat, in order to pay legal fees, in order to organize. All that shit takes money. So everybody, we got 2,000 people watching right now. Everybody, the Cash App is on the screen right now. It's
$ Black Power Dollar.
$ Black Power Dollar. You can go there right now and make your donation. $ Black Power Dollar. Make a donation right now. At least I think we can do better than that. I think everybody got $5. I think almost everybody got $5. But for anybody that ain't got $5, shit, donate $10 and that'll make up for that. That'll make up for anybody who ain't got $5. But if everybody donated $5, that'll be $10,000 just like that. You know, put your money where your mouth is, man. That's what I say. You know, a lot of people like to talk about it, but I'm about it.
I appreciate that, Will. I really do it in the most humblest way. You know what I'm saying? Because our sincerity, you know, we're doing this for the justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna speak for myself. I feel like people donate their time to volunteer at different places. I feel, and I know for a fact, that when we go out and stand up for justice, it's very, very therapeutic. I know that these families need the support. I know that the truth is only going to come out if we force it to come out. Mm-hmm. And so this injustice of them constantly getting away with murder, them constantly getting away with the lynchings, the police constantly killing us, this causes trauma. It causes trauma in our community. It causes depression. And I want to, you know, in this moment, I really want to explain to Black people how we really are on a what's the word? We're at the threshold of a powder keg right now. And if we don't get ourselves together, which I believe we are, but if we don't get ourselves together and start telling these children the truth about what's going on, the kind of environment that we're dealing with, it's a powder keg about to take place right up under our nose. This president is sending the local military in on cities instead of protecting the nation. This president is using the military on cities with black populations. We have to start teaching our people about self-defense, is what I'm getting at. In Mississippi, in particular in Cleveland, y'all don't walk around as business as usual. If you're going to the corner store, go with somebody. If you're going to your car, go with somebody.
That's how it's going to pop up right there.
Yes.
Can y'all see that?
Disaster response team. Yes, sir.
Disaster response team. That's where it's going to pop up. I'm
trying to show mine is doing like a little circle thing, but I guess it's coming through. Yes, it's coming through. Which part did you want me to show?
You could just show. I guess you should just show the. Well, we don't need to see your total because you got total from other stuff. So you know what? I'm a trust that everybody that's watching is at least going to try to at least.
The reason why I'm showing you this, I don't know. I guess it's just moving slow. Do you see how people are sending in or trying? But do you see how the wheel is just spinning?
Yeah, it's hard to see it.
There, can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
The wheel just spinning. So people are trying to say right now it's 487 at this moment. Now, I don't know what was already there because I just opened it.
Oh, hell, we could do better than that. Come on, fam. Hold on. Hold that up. Hold that up.
But the wheel is spinning, so I don't know if that is it. Sometimes my cash app is slow.
Let me see it again. I can't see that number. Let me see the bottom number.
Oh, hold on. It's still saying 487. It's been saying that for a minute, but the wheel is spinning. So I guess once that wheel stops, y'all see that?
So if I can get at least everybody, I mean, minimum, man.
1218.
Minimum.
The wheel is spinning.
That's less than a Starbucks coffee, and I know a lot of people drink that Starbucks. But $5, man, shit, you're gonna spend $5 on a stick of gum and a soda at the corner store.
I'm glad. As a matter of fact, I'm glad because that you have the courage to speak and bring on this because we are going back in just a couple of days. Again, we'll be at the funeral, and when the call comes out, brothers and sisters, to come down the Mississippi, do it. I would encourage as many people that can now to come to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
The funeral is going to be Saturday.
Yeah.
And those that are in the area from the little area from Memphis to South Haven and the little corner, I guess maybe Louisiana, those that could come, just come. If I would encourage as many people to come for the world to see the love. Let me tell you, it's actually going to be in Grenada, in his hometown.
What's the address to the funeral?
The funeral is going to be at, just one quick second. It's going to be at just one second. That picture right there, that you show. I love that. That's when we were in Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. That's when they killed Alton Sterling. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The people versus the pigs. We're not afraid of them people. I mean, come on. The funeral is going to be at the Abundant Life Assembly Church, Saturday, the 27th at 3 p.m. And the address is 1188 Cathy Drive in Grenada, Mississippi. So,
and let me just address the people that you were saying how they gonna be saying, oh, they trying to capitalize, they trying to see. This is what the enemy do. You got your slick hair, gatekeepers, in the suits, the slick ones, and then you got the kind that be on the internet that don't do shit but complain. All they do is look around and try to find Black people who are trying to move forward and do the work. All they do is try to find people to talk down on. Meanwhile, they ain't doing shit. But they got a big ass mouth and they got them Twitter fingers at work and they talking down on the people that at least who are on the ground and trying to do something. Keep in mind, they ain't doing nothing but bringing you news about who doing this or that and what they ain't doing right. Meanwhile, they ain't doing nothing but running a trap. So that's going to always happen, especially when you're trying to do something to help Black people. You're always going to be under attack, and they're always going to use people like you to be on the front line of that attack. So they can all kick rocks in a concrete plant with alcohol on their feet, as far as I'm concerned. Damn about them or the horse they rode in on. I'm talking about what I see. I know what the new Black Panther Party is about. I seen the work. I see the work. So I honor the work. I salute the work. And anybody that don't like it, hey, you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. So I appreciate the work that you're doing. What is the very next step? We know that we got to get the funeral. We got to go and show respects for Trey Reed for his funeral. Like Krista said, if you can make it, absolutely descend on Cleveland this weekend. That's Saturday, right, for the funeral?
Saturday, right? Yes. The funeral is actually going to be in Grenada, Mississippi. Yeah. That's where the funeral is going to be at. But he was killed in Cleveland, Mississippi. And look. That's how deep it is. Because Cleveland is 1 hour from Grenada, an hour and a half to be actually. Okay. So Grenada is Saturday. We all going to be in Grenada. And Cleveland, don't worry about it, Cleveland. We will be descending upon you, Cleveland. This time in numbers. Cleveland, Mississippi, that's segregated right now to today. This campus that's segregated today in September of 2025. We were down there. I'm kind of delirious. Monday. It's Monday. Today is Wednesday. That was Monday. As of Monday, what day was that? On September the 22nd, 2025, Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi was very much segregated as it relates to the climate environment. They said that's the black side, it's the white side. Across the street, that high school just was forced to integrate in 2017 in Cleveland, Mississippi. This is the kind of, so for those people who are going to say this has nothing to do with race, they full of shit. Mm-hmm. It has everything to do with race.
Well, it always has something to do with race. That's how
right. He was set up against a tree with a belt, with a broken buckle on the white side to send a message.
When's the last time a black person was found hung in Mississippi and law enforcement ruled it as a homicide and actually brought family justice?
Never. They've never in America said when somebody was hung to say it was a hanging. Remember, Mississippi brought up Emmett Till. Cleveland, Mississippi is 20 miles away from where they did this to Emmett Till. Same environment, same families of families. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing changed. Only time something changed if we make it change. Cleveland, Mississippi. You know what? We were coming from Cleveland, Mississippi, and we passed through Ruhrville, Mississippi. It's down the street from where Fannie Lou Hamer was organized, where Fannie Lou Hamer came from. It's down the street from where B.B. King came from, the blues. That's why B.B. King was up there in Memphis, where Beale Street. It's in the Delta. But the thing about it, our people, it's the time right now. The stuff that we've been going through and gonna go through some more. But everything we've been trained and fashioned for this day. In 1925, when Billie Holiday and them had that song "Strange Fruit," when she rode and saw the hanging, and ain't nothing changed. Only thing different is now you got the new Black Panther Party that ain't gonna take the cover up. You got Willie D that's got a podcast that can expose this, so we don't have to rely on ABC and all these other networks, their version. Mm-hmm. We have people who have the resources to say, no, we're not gonna take the coroner's version of what happened. We're gonna do an independent autopsy, and even if it has to be a third autopsy or a fourth. Hopefully the fix is not in on anything, but we definitely seen the fix in. We're doing our darndest to stick to the facts at hand. But in just a second, in just a few days, everybody that looked like us and didn't look like us, that's been a part of this conspiracy to cover up, you're gonna be exposed. But right now we want to focus on we want to focus on putting this young man to rest, continuing the fact find, and to focus on the facts of proving what we already know.
Let's say that autopsy came back and it concluded that Trey indeed hung himself. What do you do? What's your next step? Are you going to ask for another independent autopsy?
Yes, the family should get another independent autopsy. But the next step is, they should. They should. Because I can't wish for I don't like projecting about what I don't know. It's just how I am. What we do know is right now, that's the theory. That's what the official report is right now. And what's been done about it. Everybody again kind of went to their corners. A lot of people went to their corners and quiet. But the question is also, what's going to happen when it comes back and what we thought and what we know to be a fact is actually the fact.
Mm-hmm.
What we going to do, black people? What we going to do, people? I'm saying black people, period.
Yeah, there you go. That's important. Yeah,
what are people going to do, people, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is, that they always such a shame. What are you going to do? Are you going to get a part of the movement? We need all hands on deck. And particularly, you know what I'm saying, people can go do what they do with their own community. But in particularly, I'm concerned about our people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm concerned about us getting it together. I'm concerned about us covering down on one another. And I'm concerned about us exposing those among who look like us that who since the days of slavery keep coming and try to sabotage what we're doing. Since the civil rights movement, when our people was actually fighting for equality. Integration was forced upon us because after chattel slavery, we set up our own towns. We was good. We set up Tulsa. We was good. We have no problem with that. The problem is when they come and start burning us down, trying to take away what we have, murdering our children, murdering our men, murdering our women because they're envious. We don't go around doing to them what they do to us. The problem is that with too many people see what's going on and they say, "Oh, they got it," or y'all trying to start a race riot. You dumb nincompoops. It's been a race riot going on. They're just keep getting W's and W's and W's and W's. They steady winning. We steady losing. Yeah. And we steady putting trauma upon trauma upon trauma. Trauma. Who's dealing with the trauma of the black community? Sure, we need somebody might, we need the families to get compensated for the injustice. They're never gonna get their family back. But the trauma is still inflicted upon the community. The mind state that ain't nothing gonna ever happen is being indoctrinated into our people. We have to break that. Mm-hmm. Something gonna happen. And the only way it's gonna happen is we're gonna have to make it happen. It took us and other people to stop chattel slavery. It didn't happen by itself.
Right.
It was
I want to make you believe that Abraham Lincoln, out of the goodness of his heart, signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
Come on, no.
Okay, black people, you're free.
It was a whole war. Them people, they never got away with that. And you know what? They gave them white slave owners reparations. Mm-hmm. They gave them reparations for a century. They the only ones got reparations. The white slave owners. That's what they did. And we went on and we started setting up our own towns, and they flooded them and they bombed them. We had over 200 black cities. Why we can't name them now? They forced integration onto us. We wanted equality. Now we're at a crossroads, America. When the Black Power movement was going on, you had Malcolm, Martin. You know what I'm saying? The Civil Rights Movement, they started flooding the Civil Rights Movement with money. Let's just get them to integrate. Now, let's get them to integrate. Turn the other cheek. Sit down. Y'all sit down and be quiet. Y'all sit down and be quiet. Now look at us. We don't have our own businesses because of integration. We don't have our own hospitals, our own schools. We're walking around here out of our minds. We got black women trying to make themselves look like a European. And the Europeans sitting around there sticking stuff in their lips and in their butt, trying to look like the beautiful black women that we already are. They're trying to look like us. We done lost our minds. We integrated. We don't have our own. That's why I say those people I like this. What I was told, they was like, it's the black side and the white side, and we like it like that. We don't, because there's too much racism when we go around them. But it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be. We can go wherever we want. We shouldn't have to worry about somebody want to do this or going to do this to us or to our children.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to worry about our little nieces and nephews being abducted and nobody doing anything about it. But that's the case right now, and we have to stop it. Once we get momentum, and we're getting it, once we get people in place, you know what I'm saying, those that are coming around us trying to divide us, call them out. We call you out. Those that are trying to take our people back, we stopping it. We're not afraid of Trump. We're not afraid of, only God gonna stop what's happening right now. And I don't think God's gonna stop it. Because from every scripture that I've read, this people, when you got the courage of the people, even God, if you look at the scripture, when the people was right, he took them over. Because even God don't like cowards. When the people right, they get to the promised land. When the people have the courage and stand up for themselves, when two or more are gathered, the God is there. So what do you think is going to happen when 20,000 are gathered? God is there. When 2 million is there, God is there. Stand up. See, that's what they don't want us to do. They don't want us to say, no, I didn't never met this man a day in my life, which I haven't, but I know this is not right. So I spend my last $2 to make sure that I go and see what's right. Don't you think my mama worries about me?
Mm-hmm.
My mother's mother was a victim of racial injustice in Louisiana. I don't talk about that. I say, why? I used to think, why we got all this land in Louisiana, but we in Texas and California? It dawned on me going to the family graveyard.
Mm.
We had our own graveyard, black graveyard. We go put flowers there. The Klan, the racism drove us off the land into these cities to go and pay and work for these people. And we thought they fooled us. Our ancestors with the civil rights, they wanted to integrate. They wanted to say, no, you can't tell me where I can't go. I can do what I want to do. I'm not taking away from that. We needed that. You can't tell me it's a whites only counter, whites only pie. They fought for that. But y'all know how sweet our people are. We'll kiss our enemy. That's just how naturally sweet black people are. We got a nature of because we are really God's people. So we have a nature of mercy in us. We naturally got that in us. But we also got the part where the Most High destroys a whole land because they wicked. Now, which one y'all want? Y'all need to deal with and tell the truth and give some justice. Stop lying. We're not dumb. Y'all afraid? What are you afraid of? You supposed we got people that's supposed to be helping this family and helping these people, and they sitting there trying to get them to accept what they know is not true. It's people that's trying to bully these people, the students and people that know what happened. They've been bullied. They being bullied by the quote unquote authorities. You got students that's can quit and traumatized. You got some people say, I don't know. They said it's a suicide. I don't want to say nothing. Then they got some people that say, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Yeah, I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? This not weakness. This is I'm tired of the bullshit. Yeah, emotion. You damn right I'm emotional. I'm not a soulless person that we seem to keep running into. No souls. You don't have a heart? You think this is okay? People that do that, you think it's okay? You think it's okay? I was late. I hate being late. You know why I fell out the bed. I almost overslept. I'm fresh off the battlefield. Fresh off the battlefield of Mississippi. We had to cross 4 or 5 states. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, Mississippi, Louisiana to Texas, 3 states. Some people had to cross 4 states.
Well, we thank you for all the work that you're doing, you and your team, and being out on the battlefield, standing on business, because it's an old saying, it's a dirty job, but somebody got to do it. And thank God that you out there doing it, you and your team. Ladies and gentlemen, new Black Panther Party chair, Crystal Muhammad. No more talk.
No more talk. Black power, Willie.
Right back at you.